I was looking at my equity curve this past week, just as it's essentially the end of the month. I know we have a few days left, but I was looking at it, just doing some review to make sure I was on track. And I just noticed that, how my equity curves have been over the last, 3 or 4 years, which have just, they're very steady, consistent. They're boring. They're not going to be the great returns that you may hear about from the people that are trading and showing you videos in Ferraris and jets and whatnot. But it's slow, steady, boring, yet very profitable. And I took a look at some of my equity curves in the past, and they were all over the place. I would win more, but then I would lose and give back even more than that. And it was very choppy and very inconsistent. And I was in New York this past weekend for a funeral, and the pastor said something very interesting. He was talking about, when you're gone, when you're on when you're dead and you have your gravestone, there are three things on your gravestone, right? There is the first date, which is when you were born. There is the last date, which is when you died. And he said, the most important thing is in the middle, which is the dash, right? The dash between your born date and your death date. And the dash is the most important thing because it represents what did you do during your life? What did you do while you were alive? And it made me think a lot about time wasted. And, when I first got into trading, I was so stubborn. And that's just me as a person. I'm a very stubborn person. I've always been the type of person that thinks that, hey, I can do it myself. Hard work has gotten me everything in life. So if I just work harder, eventually I will find the answer. I don't need no stinking help. And it worked for me in the stock market. It didn't work as I went to penny stocks. It didn't work as I first got into Forex. And I wasted a lot of time being stubborn and trying to do it myself. And it wasn't until I got educated, it wasn't until I took a training course where I got on the right track. And even a few years after that, started really finding myself as a trader and getting to the point where I am now, where I'm extremely consistent. Again, I'm boring. Right, I'm boring. My equity curve is boring. My numbers are boring, but they're extremely consistent. And that's exactly what I want for my lifestyle. I like consistency because my bills are consistent, right? But it had me thinking, and I typically don't look at the past and have regrets. I don't really believe in them. I think everything happens for a reason. But I thought to myself on my, driving home at midnight, and I'm like, what if I wouldn't have wasted those 2 years trying to do it on myself, right? What if I was where I am now 2 years ago? How much closer would I be to my ultimate goals in life? And again, I shut that. I tried to shut that thought down really quick because it started getting depressing. I don't really like regrets, but it was a good conversation that I had with myself. And I want to bring that up because you need to ask yourself that question. For you guys that maybe you've been trading for a while, but you're not really taking it seriously. I shared with you an email from a client a few videos ago where he talked about admitting that he wasted his first year. Time is short, guys. And before you know it, time is going to run out. Before you know it, it's going to be 5 years from now, and you're going to wonder, why am I still in the same place? And the question you need to ask yourself is, am I doing everything I need to do to put myself in the best possible position to succeed? And for me, there are two choices. If the answer is no, you're not, then you either need to do something to put yourself in that best position, or you need to quit. Because I tell you, if you're doing this, if you're trading half-ass, excuse my language, if you're trading half-ass, you're not going to get to where you want to go. You're just going to waste time and money in the market staying stagnant. You're going to be like Mark Douglas and his Boomer Busters, where you're going to do just okay, not to blow your account, but you're never going to do enough to actually start bringing in a consistent return from trading. And if you're doing that, you're just wasting time because 5 years from now, you're in the same exact spot. So either commit and do something to better yourself at trading, or just quit and find something you love. If trading isn't for you, if you don't have a passion for it, if you only like trading because you think you can make a lot of money, you're probably not going to succeed. You need a deep passion to get you through those rough periods. And if you don't have that, quit. Find something else. There's no shame in it. Find something that you're passionate about and work really, really, really hard on that. And, again, I hate this topic because it feels like I'm lecturing you guys, but, I always think about, I'm 32 right now. I'm going to be 32 this year, right? And I had certain specific goals that I wanted to reach by 30, and I didn't get them. And I think about, if I didn't waste those 2 years trying to do it myself, would I have reached those goals by 30? And obviously that's a question that I can never answer, and that just bothers me. So my mindset whenever I wake up is, Akil, do as much as you can. Are you doing as much as you can to take yourself to the next level? And if that answer is never no, well, then I go somewhere, I try to motivate myself, and I get myself on track to make sure I get myself in the driver's seat again. So think about it, guys. Again, either quit or go all in. There's no middle ground here in business. There's no middle ground here in trading. You go for it, or you quit and find something else that you're passionate about.